Howdy everyone! Welcome to episode 7 of Animal Crossing, this Lazy Sunday episode. Lazy Sunday because I don't really know what happens in Animal Crossing on Sundays. Well, as always, if you liked the video, be sure to like it, be sure to subscribe if you want to see more from me, and be sure to leave a comment below, a letter down below if you will, that I will then read on Saturday nights before we go see KK. I like to read fan mail, and I think that'd be really fun. Anyway, what do we have planned for today, for our Sunday? To be honest, not much, actually. I don't know what goes down in Animal Crossing on Sundays. I think Crazy Red might be in town? If so, that's awesome, because I could use some paintings. Anyway, let's check our mail, see what we got. Ah, some presents and a letter. Let's see who the letter's from. It's probably from the HRA. They need to send me letters every day? My goodness. I don't want these letters. No thank you. Anyway, letters from the museum. What do we get? We got... Ooh, the skull of a plesiosaur. Plesiosaur is a really cool dinosaur. I believe that is what the Loch Ness Monster is? Apparently? Why are dislikes disabled? On my video? Huh? What's it? I guess one of my browser plugins just failed. That's weird. Gonna have to look into that. Weird. Sorry guys, not trying to disable dislikes. Big Sun. Big Sunday. Yep. It's a plesiosaur. That's awesome. And then move that there. I know, like, people don't like getting dislikes, but I don't want to disable them for my videos. Because some people might have genuine criticisms, and dislikes might help me notice that. As long as they voice them in the comments below, and that's the important part. The left wing of a pterodon. I think this might be the other wing we need. Yeah, let's open it up. We got left wing, left wing. We got the plesio torso, and I think we got plesio skull. Oh wow, 2 parts of the plesio in one day. That's amazing. Anyways, let's check the notice board, see what the news is. Sight bike, which does not work. I'll have to fiddle with that later. And now let's go check out the dump. Apparently, somebody on Reddit let me know that during that part where I was looking for Tutu, I ran by her like 4 times. Why didn't you guys let me know? I was so embarrassed. Wonder if I can actually give Chuck his delivery today. Alright, let's try to hit the rock. Not the money rock. Oh well. Anyway, let's see what shirts we got. We got the club shirt. Club penguin shirt. And the deep blue tee. Let's take a look at. Wow, Alex. Check out the club shirt. First off, let's see. Not bad. That's actually pretty cool. What about the deep blue tee? Ooh, that's pretty. I'm gonna wear that. That's really cool. Alright, we'll try to hit the rock here. Alright, rock's clear. Let's check one tile over. Hey, look at that. We already got some treasure to dig up. It's a fossil. I really hope I can start digging up more gyroids soon. I'd like more for my room now that I actually have music playing. Alright, super duper cool. Alright, well, our next order of business will be making our way down to the southern end of town so that we can deliver our fossils, and then make contact with Chuck and see about finishing this delivery, because I've been trying to get this delivery done the last few days, and no avail. Looks like Katrina's still in town, though. Let's stop by and see how Katrina's doing. Okay, let me... No money. No money in this rock. Let's hit Katrina's tent. Howdy, Katrina! Can I give you a reading for the meager price of 50 bells? Sure, read my fortune. Let's go. I am through. By an old sign, a reliable sports coup will be spacing out. Sports coup will be facing out. That's what I see. I see. Oh. Fall on my head, or perhaps not. Either way, you are not at fault in this fate. Just keep going on as you always have. It'll be better in the long run, allowing you to focus on your goals. That is all. That's an interesting way of looking at it. Yeah, it's like when you feel like people are avoiding you, simply focus on what you want to get done outside of people, and people will begin to find you more appealing. People do admire those who are not obsessed but driven to complete their work, and a lot of things what brings people's attention to you is completing good work. Anyway, let's keep looking for things to dig up. Very nice snowy day too. Couldn't have asked for a better Sunday. Hey, someone just came outside. Let's say good morning. Good morning, Betty. Betty, come here. I say good morning. Betty, get over here. Betty! That's weird. So did that fortune make animals avoid me? Just hanging. Sure. I do. Go fetch a towel then. Hey, wait, where's my towel? I think I forgot it. Uh-oh. Looks like we gotta wait for it. That was weird. So, I do know that, like, getting bad fortune in Wild World made it so you were more likely to have, like, beehives drop on you and stuff, so going to Katrina's could have been negative. You should try to greet Betty with a bonk from the net. You should greet everyone. You'd think it'd be better if I greeted everyone with a bonk from the net, huh? The real Animal Crossing happened when I crossed my net with the animal's face. One of those examples of like the real Animal Crossing being the friends we made along the way actually means that exactly. And I remember like when I watched Evangelion the first time and didn't like it, I remember watching a bunch of YouTube videos talking about how certain major plot points that I thought were super important, they told me like, that's not important at all. What really matters is the relationship between characters, and I'm like, so you're telling me the real Evangelion was the friends we made along the way? To be fair, it kind of was, however still I feel as though that's a really bad habit people get into when looking at art, is they go, that part's not important, who cares? And it's like, well, I mean, if it's in the thing, it's meant to be there by the person who made it. Try to appreciate every part of art, including the parts you don't particularly agree with or like. Like, people that are just happy watching anything and can still appreciate, like, higher brow or challenging works of art, I think those people are truly blessed. Like, the ability to, like, find joy in everything that you watch really is something amazing. I guess that's kind of the goal. I feel like that should be the goal with a lot of analysis, is rather than tearing things down, people should really spend time building up the things they like. That's why I really appreciate the mass appreciations for Spider-Man 3. Like, that was a thing my entire life I was told it was shit. So, did I just swear again? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. Mistakes. I'm very tired. And I can't take it back either, it's live on stream. My bad. I was told my entire life that it was a bad movie. And it's just really nice to see people building up something they appreciate rather than tearing down something else someone loves. And I think that should really be the goal of a lot of criticism. A lot of early YouTube reviews and stuff were a lot of tearing things down. It was a lot of angry reviewers being angry for the sake of being angry, because, well, we didn't get any of that on TV. All of TV was super sanitized, and we felt this obligation to be as really offensive as possible on the internet. And the act of being so justified itself by the fact that the man told us we couldn't be. Well, now the internet is so offensive all the time that I think the act of being wholesome and also being able to be tolerant and appreciative of the things you love while still, like, selling them to other people, you know, like, that's why I really enjoy Zethzintosh, that's why I really enjoy Mandalore Gaming, different YouTube channels that specifically really focus on talking about games they love. Not completely, I don't think that's like a mission statement, but I find that they talk way more about games they appreciate and get me excited to play good games, far more than a channel like Mauler does get me excited to hate on bad movies. I think it's all a matter of perspective, and I think we'd be a lot happier as like people on the internet if more positivity focus head through. And a lot of times people that are very negative will go, I'm just saying it how it is, man. I'm just seeing the world for how terrible it really is. But in reality, the world's a bunch of different things. It's not just terrible. And if you focus too much on the negative, you're going to find yourself in a cycle of negativity that you can't escape from. It's the placebo effect. If you believe everything's bad, things are more likely to be bad. If you wake up every single day and assume that everyone around you is awful, you're just gonna have a bad day. Snow Peasant, do you want something? Let's chat. Did you know that they'll loan their equipment? I didn't know that. No clue. You don't have to pay for your design if you borrow their sewing equipment. I do that myself, but I don't have a Game Boy Advance. So whenever I make a new design, I have to pay out the nose for it, dagnabbit. I wish I had a Game Boy Advance and a Nintendo GameCube Game Boy Advance cable. Reserved, copyright Nintendo. Alright, Chuck. Chuck, my man, we can't have you going inside. I am not going to allow it. So I'm literally going to move you, I'm going to push you out of the way and dig a hole here so you can't go inside. I'm not gonna destroy my own flowers. Right, Chuck, we gotta talk, man. Enjoy your nap. Chuck, I got a delivery for you. Here you go, Chuck. It's taken 2 days to get this shirt to you. I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Alright, cool. Anyway. But yeah, I really would like to see more appreciation of things that are considered to be otherwise terrible. Like, I was really, really happy when Nova Canoe put that... I don't know if it was Nova Canoe or whoever put out a Last of Us 2 video talking about how good the gameplay was. Because it was either I think it might have been Hyperbit Hero, actually. Anyways, some YouTuber I like put out a really good Last of Us 2 video that wasn't just about tearing the game down. And that was a very controversial game when it came out. Because of a couple different reasons. Mostly silly things the developers said before launch, how miserable the whole game seemed to be, and genuine problems with its writing and plot. However, I feel like people had it out for that game before it got announced because of the crunch issue, which is a problem that should be resolved. Another issue is, Last of Us kind of represents everything the current gamer audience hates about AAA games. Not everything, but a few things, specifically narrative games. I mean, people have referred to Sony first-party exclusives or second-party exclusives as the video game equivalent of Oscar bait, because they are story-intensive games that really value high-quality graphics, acting, and storytelling over making a fun video game. And I'm not just saying that. I'm like, that's something that Naughty Dog said they're focused on. They don't want to make a fun video game, and to be honest, they failed. They made a very... from what I've heard, Last of Us 2 is a very fun game in terms of how it plays. Like, there was this tweet I saw where someone had posted their, like, highlight reel of some really cool gameplay they pulled off with Ellie, and people are just... One of the comments I saw that really resonated with me is like, how come whenever people talk about this game being great because it expresses the horrors of revenge and death, they post their gameplay and it looks like they're playing Doom Eternal? And I'm just like, that's fair. A bit of ludonarrative dissonance there, but I think there is a place for experiences in games that are not just about having fun. Like, and even games that are about simulating misery. Like, Papers, Please, I would not call a traditionally fun game. I mean, I'm having fun with it because I'm playing a horrible monster that just wants to make money. And I strongly recommend you check that out. It's like, it's one of the most fun games on the channel. However, I think the intention of it, more or less, is to get you immersed in the role of being a border control officer. And I think the game succeeds at that with flying colors. Same thing goes for something like Death Stranding. It wants to immerse you in the role. Like, it's immersion. I think what all games strive for is immersion. Basically, and not so much going like, oh, this is so realistic, more just letting the veil of reality fall away so that you're only there with the game. We do. We have no fur. Or humans do, they have no fur. Feel bad for my owners. I do. Aw, Gabby misses Vea. I'll have to tell her to play tonight. I'll order her to play tonight. I gotta snag some stationery from home. What was I doing? Oh yes, fountain. Let's see what area of town needs help today. Watch it be 1 again. Alright, I have been planting so much trees at A1. I don't understand how the fountain can tell me that place still needs green. Maybe there's like a single weed growing behind Tom Nook's that I can't see. I don't know. I'll have to really investigate it. Sure, yes. Oh, there's actually items here. Oh, hey, stationery. I actually need that. Give it a look. Alright, let me grab this paper real quick. Heck. Here, let's put this net real quick. Alright, let's grab the lacy paper. But yeah, even games that I think are maligned, they deserve a chance from like people that enjoy them. And there's probably a bunch of people that have been pushed away by these negative reviews that would otherwise enjoy a game, overly negative reviews, that miss out on a game they would otherwise enjoy. It's kind of sad, actually. The other thing is, like, remakes. For some reason, and I think the reason is profit, because they want to do something that they know will sell. Like, the games that are getting remade aren't the ones that need it. Like, there's so many there are so many... The cat just... I'm sorry, Penny just leapt over the desk and scared me. There are so many games with issues out there that would otherwise be great, only if someone would actually take the time and, you know, redo them and do them right. Some games actually need remakes. That's the thing. It's weird to say, but some games are so utterly flawed that they actually need a remake to replace the original, and I feel like remaking games like Final Fantasy VII kind of misses, not the point, but like misses the amazing benefit remakes could actually have. Like, goodness. There's several Final Fantasy games that need remakes more than 7. Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 5, or not 5, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 8, 11, well, not really 11. 13 needs it bad. Like, there are so many Final Fantasy games in the series that would benefit from having a well-done remake of them because of how crippling the flaws were in those games to begin with. And they're just neglected because FF7 is the popular one. Rather than going with what needs it, they go with what's popular, and yeah, it's unfortunate. And like, what needs and what doesn't need it is also completely subjective. I'm not claiming that these games, by definition, need it. It's just when I look at them, I see them as games with crippling flaws that could use some love. Like the fact that there's no mod out that fixes or changes the leveling in Final Fantasy VIII, or at least the fact that enemies scale to your level, is mind-blowing to me. Or the balance issues in 7. Maybe there is, maybe I just don't know about them. Or the fact that there's nothing that fixes the leveling in Final Fantasy II. But there's a full beginning-to-end remake of 7. There's several remakes of 7. There's the demake and then there's the remake, but nothing that fixes the crippling issues in 8. It's a real issue, you know? Like, every part of a game can be changed. There's no reason why a game's story has to stay the way it does. It can be fixed as well. Like, I really wish people would see the power they really have. Born a go? I see. I'm not sure, man. But I'll keep that in mind. My cat, Penny scratched me. Really hurt. I don't know why she did that. Vom red? Don't vom red. That's not good. If you're vomiting red, like I said in the first episode, if you vomit red, go see a doctor. Unless you ate something red. But if you're vomiting blood, that's not good. And could potentially be a sign of something way worse. Ow. Can't believe Penny scratched my leg. I'm trying to think of games that could use the love, actually. I mean, say what you want about Bethesda games, but like the fact that their communities give those games so much attention when others are left completely neglected says a lot. But, don't I have a torso? Right? Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, it needs the rest of its neck. Yeah, it's all coming together now. We got our Pterodon with I think both of its wings? It does have both of its wings. The Pterodon is complete. That's amazing. That's so cool. Then there's part of the T-Rex. Then there's the tail of the Stegosaurus. So cool. He's complete. Yeah, great, Bea. Like, I think the fact that, like, Yakuza 1 got a remake, got a complete remake in the form of Kiwami, is, like, a blessing. That game is very flawed, and it deserved that love. It's very flawed and arguably bad, depending on who plays it, you know? So, it was nice to see that game get the love it deserved. However, again, I don't want to say it's missing the point, but, like, there are games in Sega's catalog that deserve that way more. Like, there's no... fans are currently working on remaking Sonic 06 to be good. Like, that is crazy to me that someone cares that much, and it's really cool that they're willing to do it, because Sega would never do it. Why would they gamble on this? Why would they gamble on the same thing twice? When in reality, it's like, they should probably just... They could make that game really good. Like, I remember being amazed by the guts of Shaq Fu's marketing, which was just, we're making Shaq Fu the Legend Reborn. I promise we won't F it up this time. Now, let's not focus too much on the results of that. However, they did come in swinging with that statement, and I agree with that. I think if you make a bad game, you should move on to do something more, but if you ever feel the need to remake something, don't remake the thing that's already good, go back and work on the thing that's very flawed. Like, we should probably get an RE6 remake long before we get an RE4 remake, considering RE4 is so relevant, the games are still aping it to this day. Like, Resident Evil 4 changed the way we played video games for a long time, and really was this massive influence on the industry, so going back and remaking it is pretty much entirely pointless when you can just play the game now and it looks good and it plays good and it is good. At least to me, you know. I would rather see a remake of a very flawed game, like RE2. If it's as good as people say, why does it need a remake? I just really don't understand, I guess. I want to own 5 different versions of RE4. You know what? That's a good enough reason. There's a lot of versions of RE4. Good night, please do not disturb. Robin! I have a Dilvery to make for you. A Dilvery, man. Or a pickup or something. Anyway, let's go talk to Bob. Go talk to another Aminal. Hey, Betty. Got any work for me? Can I help you? It's all good. Alright, let's check out Boob's house. Or M. Well, we already talked to M. Let's go talk to Boob. Like, Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis deserves a remake before Resident Evil does. RE2 got a remake because all the characters look like tortilla chips. I like that. I love how PS1 games look, personally. But again, does it need one more than a game in the series that's bad, you know? I'd rather Gun Survivor get a remake. Like, I think we should go back and improve bad games. Rather than just taking good games and making them better. Or just do something new. There's that too. I'd rather see a new game than a remake. Like, I look forward, like, Destroy Humans 2 and Destroy Humans 1 getting faithful remakes on the PC, that's amazing. I'm really looking forward to the remakes of Big Willy Unleashed and Path of the Furon. I need work, Bob. Here it is. Oh, take a comic book to Velma. That works. It's like there's... Yeah, it's an epic quest. Thanks, Bob. Well, that's the score. Get on it, dagnabbit. Ignite Bob's house. It just melt. Bob's house is like probably all made of clay and crayon and wax. Like, it's so plasticky. It'd smell awful. If you burned Bob's house down, it'd smell terrible. Anyway, let's go visit Velma. Like, if you were to remake an Animal Crossing game, it shouldn't be... the only one you should remake is Amiibo Festival to make that game either good or not require Amiibos. Because, well, to be honest with you, like, what the heck? It's like you basically made a game powered entirely by real-world microtransactions. That's awful. Don't do that. It would smell like victory over Bob. Man, every day I hang out with Bob is a victory. He's a great guy. He's really grown on me. I can see why people like him so much. He's very chill. He's like the Animal Crossing version of the dude. Honestly, I think I can set up an Amiibo spoofer with the Time Cube and actually, or with the advanced version of the Time Cube and actually like play Amiibo Festival without having to worry about the Amiibos. Which I don't know if there's much of a game there to begin with without it, but it'd be worth trying, you know. Oh, wait, that's not my house. Friendship ended with 2-2. Enemy is my new Bob. Bob is my new enemy. Store thingy. Alright, I think it's time that we get rid of the ornate. Oh wait, no, I've already put up the ornate rug for sale. Alright, what can I sell? Earthly knit. 9-ball shirt, I'm gonna sell the Nook. The skull shirt I want. The club shirt I will throw in here. Yeah. The price. And sell it for 500. Why not? If anyone's willing to buy it, they can have it. I'm just gonna grab this and put it in the dump. I'm not gonna get paid for it. Earthly net, 9-ball shirt. I don't work uniform. All right, cool. Wait till Bob starts throwing dirt on your house. That'd be awful. Bob, no, please. Dun 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 dun. Alright, sorry. Grab the hot neon paper. Oh man. But yeah, that's my gripes with remakes. I really wish that they'd focus on games that need the remakes. Like, we should have got a Kingsfield remake long before we got a Demon's Souls one. Because Demon's Souls is still a playable game. What we should have got with Demon's Souls was just a straight port to new next-generation consoles and PC, but again, my whole lesson yesterday was don't focus on the should, and that's the other thing. It's just like, I don't need... Like, if a remake for a game comes out and it's not the remake you want, or the game is bad, I don't have to buy it. It's not a big deal. Like, that's the thing a lot of people say as just a, oh my god, shut up, I don't want to hear about it thing, of just why even talk about it. And so, like, I try to put that into practice. Like, right now, I am very, very disappointed with the multiplayer progression in Halo Infinite. And so I didn't pay any money for it. I didn't buy the Battle Pass, I didn't I don't do any of the challenges. If I unlock something, that's cool, but I'm not gonna waste my time with it, you know? However, and you know what, and if you like it, and if you think it's worth it, then that's great. I'm happy for you, but, like, not for me, you know? So, I have friends in the server that are just constantly complaining about it, and I'm just like, just stop playing the game if it's that bad. If it's really that awful, there's no need to keep playing it. There's other Halo games, because we used to live in a time where you couldn't get Halo anywhere except for if you owned the Xbox and actually played the games. However, nowadays, I think every Halo game of note, besides Halo Wars 2, well, even Halo Wars 2 is available on PC, it just doesn't work for me. But Halo Wars 2 and Halo 5 are, like, not available on Steam, but every other one is. And we also have Splitgate, which is a really, really good Halo-like game that also infuses, like, aspects of Portal. Now, sure, I don't like how the game looks, but I really enjoy how it plays, and it's an alternative, you know? And then eventually, at the end of the day, you still have the Master Chief Collection, so you can just play all the other Halo games in multiplayer, and you don't even have to boot them up separately. Alright, so we gotta wait for Velma to wake up. What time is it? Alright, it's 8 a.m., so I'm sure at 9 everyone will wake up, and I'll begin to start being able to finish some of these quests I got going. Let me just check these rocks real quick. Check this rock real quick. I think I might have already done it, but let's be sure. I think a big thing nowadays, if you're, for lack of a better word, a gamer, or a part of the game-playing audience, is you just gotta find victory where you can, you know? I mean, I am fully on board with the I'm on board with the whole, like, AAA games are horrible, stop, let's just leave them alone kind of thing, but I'm not going to pretend every single AAA game is bad. And at the same time, I'll find the quality where I get it. I think the progression and the failure of AAA gaming in the face of indie gaming is a natural one. It's not one we're going to have to make hashtags for or fight for. It's just going to happen over time because, quite simply, there's simply too much high-quality alternative to offer. And it's interesting because I've noticed something over my years of being a fan of media. People will stick with something if it's bad and there's no alternative, you know? Like, people will love something that they... will spend time with something that is actively making them miserable if they know there's nothing else like it. For example, same friend who's... one of the friends who's complaining all the time about Halo Infinite is also a big fan of Payday. And especially Payday 2. It's one of his favorite games. And he took me through it, and he showed me all this horrible, horrible, predatory microtransactions, for lack of a better word, crap. And I'm just looking at it like, I wouldn't play this game. And he's like, this is the only competent bank heist simulator. And I'm like, crap, that means you're trapped, and you have no choice. There's no alternative, and you're just gonna have to play this game. And so that's kind of what was happening with Halo, is like, it doesn't matter what bad things Halo is doing, there's nowhere else you can go for Halo. If you want to play Halo, you gotta play the Master Chief Collection, and you gotta play Halo 5 on Xbox, and you really had to play them on their systems, but now we have a choice. However, with Payday and for bank heist simulation, you don't, because there's just really nothing else like Payday out there, except for maybe like the GTA 5 heists, but I don't think that's comparable. It's a real bummer, and that's why I think there should be as many games on the market as possible, and it's why I will argue against strict quality control, because there needs to be a lot of games out there. It's a shame. It's a shame there's not more pirate games, but there's gonna come a day where an indie dev makes my dream pirate simulator, you know? There's gonna come a day where Rockstar Games is gonna make, like, oh, hey, the best pirate game we had before Red Dead Redemption was Red Dead Revolver or Gun. And those are really your only options, but now we have Call of Juarez Gunslinger, we have, we have a lot more cowboy options now, and hopefully one day we'll get there. We finally just got there with samurai games. Like, we've had a lot of fantasy samurai games, but we haven't had a lot of historical samurai games. Really, it was, like, what, Nobunaga's Ambition and Total War were really our only options, and then finally we got Ghost of Tsushima, and so Once again, the niche was supplied for. Stop false advertising and actually make music. That's a good question. We should ask him sometimes. Sometime. We should find Randy Rockstar and ask him, when's he gonna stop? When's he gonna stop jerking us around and actually start making some music? I remember my friend Owl and I got into this huge it's been an ongoing argument. It's officially one of those we can't touch it kind of things about Sea of Thieves. I don't really like Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves actively makes me sad to play it because I wish it was a different game. And I know that's not healthy, but that's just the way I feel, you know? And while I'm playing Sea of Thieves, it's just like every single... Okay, how do I put it? Sea of Thieves feels like the online mode to an actual pirate game. Like, it feels like it is the GTA Online to a or Red Dead Online to a hypothetical pirate game that doesn't actually exist, but actually has all these features, you know? There's a really cool single-player campaign that uses all the mechanics of Sea of Thieves that just does not exist. And the way I explained it to Owl, and I tried to explain it to him, is that imagine we lived in a world in which the only gangster game was All Points Bulletin. Or GTA Online. Like, there's no other gangster crime simulator, there's no Mafia, there's no Saints Row, there's no Grand Theft Auto, there's just GTA Online and All Points Bulletin. That's kind of the world we're living in right now, pirate games. I wish we had other things besides Sid Meier's Pirates and Assassin's Creed 4, but really when it comes to big single-player pirate simulators, there's nothing. We really need a Red Dead Redemption, but for pirates. That's, again, why Red Dead Redemption is so magical, because if you want to play a game where you play as a cowboy going on an adventure, it's got 2 Red Dead Redemption games you can play, and you got Gun, actually, because I've been looking into Gun. Gun looks really cool. I'm probably going to play that someday. Hey! Got any work for me? Heck, Gabby. Tom Clancy's Sea of Thieves. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, Tom Clancy's dead, so he can't make any games, and they should stop using his name. That's kind of messed up. But, whose house is this? Billy. Let's see if Billy's home. Billy's asleep. Billy don't sleep. Billy sleeps. Yeah, Sea of Thieves is fun. I've been thinking about it lately a lot, but I know what's going to happen with it. I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to have fun for my first session, and then I'm going to try to play again, and then the depression's going to kick in, and then I won't be able to continue. I'll just get bored. Because, like, I think I explained this to Owl, I don't get bored. I have, like, a split second of boredom, and then that boredom is replaced by depression. And that's just how my brain works. It's messed up, I know. Tom Clancy will rise from the dead. Like, what if we, like, the whole time he was secretly, like, a zombie developer working underground, and, like... It's like, oh no, I actually have eternal life. This whole buying my name thing was just a cover-up so that you guys wouldn't know. Now I'm coming back to rule the living and the dead. Tom Clancy Sauron. What if they have to keep making Tom Clancy games to keep him dead, otherwise he'll rise to make new games and take over the world? And it's so weird to have that desire for a, you know, a pirate game, you know? Because it's just like, well, really what I'm asking for is a toy. I'm a little kid who wants to pretend to be a pirate again, and I can't. Because I just lack the tools necessary. Now, if you want to play a pirate, to be fair to Sea of Thieves, if you want to play a player versus player focused pirate game in which you steal gold for the sake of stealing gold and burn ships for the sake of burning ships, then there's nothing better. Nothing will, probably nothing will ever top it. Because that's, yeah, you know, like, that's awesome. That's what the game's good at, and I think that's a really strong part of the game. It's just, I cannot handle unstructured PvP. Unstructured PvP spikes my anxiety really bad. I learned this from playing Unturned, is that playing PvP against someone who can, like, yell, mock, taunt me, and, like, verbally abuse me while I play is soul poison for me. Oh my gosh, hey, there's the turnip person. Oh my gosh, I caught a koi! That's so cool! Alright, I can catch one more. Well, I gotta make room for the stocks. But yeah, that's the part that Noah really likes, and as a PvP game, I can totally see it. That game's probably really cool. I might hop on sometime to try that, try to get a PvP team going, but as of now, it makes me very uncomfortable, and my worst moments in that game were when people just sink my ship for no reason. Any tips? Well, first things first. Sure, these turnips are edible, but no one buys them for eating anymore. Nowadays, folks buy and sell turnips to make money. You want to hear more? Any tips? You know Tom Nook, right? Well, you can sell your turnip stocks to him. Yeah, old Tom's always keeping his eyes on the stock market. Fish for Bob's soul. Prices change every day. You can earn some extra money if you sell your turnips at a higher price than you paid for them. Of course, it goes without saying that you will lose money if you sell for less than you paid. I'm sure you didn't need me to tell you that. Still want to know more, youngster? Any tips? Here's the most important thing you need to remember. The turnips go bad after 1 week. The stalks wilt and no one will wants to buy a turnip with a wilted stalk. You find me out here selling turnips every Sunday. If you haven't sold the turnips you bought before Tom's store closes Saturday night, you'll lose all the money you spent buying turnips, so watch out. Better to sell your turnips before they go bad, even if the price is much lower than you paid. Sometimes you just have to eat your losses. At least you won't lose everything. And there's one thing you can do if you get desperate. Turnip prices vary from village to village. That means if you go to another village, well, just remember, timing is everything when you're selling turnip. Hit Joan with a net. Alright. Want to know more? Oh, one more thing. Turnips come in bunches of 10, 50, and 100. You can't buy or sell turnips individually, just in bunches. For instance, if you buy a bunch of 50 turnips, you can't just sell 10 of those, you have to sell all 50. See what I mean? In that case, what you'd want to do is buy 5 bunches of 10 turnips. That's just about all I have to say about turnips. Maybe that was too much for you to take in at once. Would you like my explanation again? No thanks. Be a generally unpleasant person, I think. Phew. I'm going to whack you with a turnip if you ask me to go through all that again. Alright, well now I'm going to bop her with the net. Today's asking price is 117 bells per turnip. Are you going to buy some? I'll buy 10. That's most of my money. Here you go, kiddo. Thank you. Alright. Much obliged. How about it? You want to buy more? No, thank you. You made an old woman very happy. See you next Sunday. Yeah, no problem, John. Alright, so I'm guessing every day throughout the week I spent about 1170 on that, right? So as long as I make more than that, I'll be fine. So I'll keep that in mind. 1170 for the turnips. Let me write this down on my shopping list real quick. Turnips 1170. Alright, cool. Excellent. So I'll just look over at that whenever I want to sell them. And I'll see what Nook's offering for them today. If I can make a profit, then I'll go for it. He's scamming me. This is just like slots. You'd like this a lot. You'd like this a lot, Hammer. This is just like slots. That's why I love the term evil maxing. I have no idea what it is, but I like it. Money rock. Alright, got a decent haul. Drop it. Alright. Okay. Well, shoot. I'll be back, Money Rock, and tile E4. Okay. Alright, my first stop is going to be... My stop's going to be the dump. Only slots were here. Yep, we could win the whole... We could win Animal Crossing, but no. Only turnips. Turnips and evil maxing. Whatever that means. I still don't know what evil maxing means. I still think it's a Pokemon mechanic. Let's drop the boot. When does pickup happen? Collection Monday and Thursday. Trash pickup is promptly at 6 AM. Alright, so all this will be gone. I could win at Mewmont. You could win at Mewmont. What am I doing? Right, I was going to... I need to go to the... I need to head to the museum, actually. Sell all these fish. Evil maxing is the new Pokemon mechanic. Your Pokemon gets way more powerful, but you can't control them, and sometimes they'll just attack your other Pokemon, or you. Evil maxing. Isn't that just Shadow Pokemon? Now that I think about it. Oh, hey, Bill. Bill! Hey, Bill! Let me help. Your Dagnabbit curse has spread to the other animals, Bill. You started a new trend, Bill. Bill is spreading. I won't force you to say the right options. Fair enough. Yeah, it just unlocks the old dialogue. It's okay. Donate an item. Well, sea bass, yes, but we're gonna donate the koi. Koi fish. Ooh, a koi, I believe. Ooh. They are. Koi are interesting fish. They're very pretty. Oh, man. Maybe I'll make a fish education episode where every fish I catch, I'll read the Wikipedia article on it. Alright, 10 minutes till Nooks opens. Just do a brief amount of ocean fishing. Oh, hold on. Alright, let's head back to my house and send another letter. Oh, howdy, Joan. Joan's immortal. Joan the Immortal. I think that's what I'll name today's stream, Joan the Immortal. He's Zenimaxing. And by that he's performing Bob's performing a hostile takeover of my company. Let's put the paper back. Put it away. Take the big soda? Alright. Big shakes for big soda. Big soda. Oh, another smelt. Yep, just doing some laid-back fishing. Once Nooks opens, we can start doing some odd jobs for the villagers, because I think most of them will be up now. Oh, what are you? Oh, it's a Barbel Steed. Okay. Alright, what time is it now? 53. Alright, we still have 4 minutes. Heck. Alright. Yeah, you know what? I can probably try to fish for superior fish. It'll get me more money. And I'm playing a lot of games about getting paid right now. In Yakuza, I'm like making billions off of real estate. In Don't Starve, I'm making $100 so that I can leave Arstotzka and stealing people's passports. And in this, I'm fishing. Sacrifice. Just drop the turnip in the big soda. What could happen? What could go wrong? I just want to point out that a currency that can expire is a dire strait. It's like, that's a dire... Like, what, your currency just goes bad? It spoils? That is dire. Oh, hey, Crucian Carp. Yeah, let's swap it for... Let's swap it for the pond smelt. There we go. I need to check my crypto. I don't know how I'm doing on... I don't know how Bitcoin's doing right now. Crypto investing is interesting because it's a really good way to make money, and it's really fun and interesting to look into it, but like the biggest people in crypto come across as like the hugest scumbags because money's involved, and the moment you involve money in something, it invites every scumbag to like just be as scummy as possible and perform great criminal deeds. I guess that on top of like the art theft is like why NFTs are so unanimously looked down upon. Like, it's been a while since I've seen something that is just so openly and universally hated. Partially because it's built off of a falsehood, which is the idea that anything on the internet, which is a infinitely duplicatable thing, can have any value whatsoever. But on top of that, it's the criminal scumbagness that goes into it. Also, the art they make, the original art they make, is terrible, and it's very clear that there's not a lot of artistic talent behind NFTs. And it seems to be just by pure force of will that they're making money off of it. I've also given thought to the idea that me even talking to them, talking about NFTs is increasing awareness and value of them, and I think, honestly, if people hated them to begin with, they probably should have stayed quiet. But at this point, who knows? It's hard to tell when it's time to just put a gag order on an idea in order to, you know, silence it. I mean, not to silence other people, but to silence yourself, you know? Hey, what time is it? 4 minutes. I have all these fish to sell, in 4 minutes I have to wait. Actually, I can make some room here. Let me just... Zoop, zoop. Can't mail turnips or living things. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just mail these 2 shirts. Because I need to make room to pick up all this money I have. I totally forgot the reason I went up there in the first place and grabbed the paper was to make room for the money. But yeah, like, comes a point when it's just time to stop talking about a topic because you realize that you even talking about it is giving it way too much value. Because it is true that criticism can defeat a harmful idea, however, there comes a point where you gotta realize that your criticism's not doing anything. I don't know if we're there yet. We might be. And also, it's like, do you care at all? Like, do you care if your words have an effect on anything? And, like, you might be the kind of person who doesn't, and, you know, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Some people just want to keep the peace and, you know, chill. Which I can totally get. I'm more that kind of person right now anyway. There we go. Make room for more fish. My goodness. I botched it. Today's, like, I think the Lazy Sundays is not a bad title for this episode, because I am pretty tired. Like, I'm just chilling, talking about random stuff, whatever comes to mind. So hope you're enjoying the content, though. These have done surprisingly well. I've gotten 7 new subscribers, and I'm very grateful for you all for subscribing. Ooh, there you are, my beauty. Red snapper. Exactly what I wanted. Huh. I can drop that bad boy off at the museum to make some room in my inventory. Very pretty fish, the red snapper. Rainbow trout's another really pretty fish. I should make a video that's like the top 10 most beautiful fish. Number 10. Goldfish. I think number 10 should absolutely be the goldfish, because the goldfish is just like vanilla. And it's just one solid color. But it's just a color we like, you know? Yep, red snapper. Put the red snapper in the big soda. Yeah, look at the fish just blowing around. Black bass. Yeah, we're starting to fill this place out. Can't wait till we start catching sharks and ocean fish. How far am I into the, Oh wow, I still got a ways to go, but I've made a decent dent. Far bigger of a dent than I figured. Also, I like how this is the one high definition fish. He lives in fear of what he is. Every other fish is like a low definition sprite. That's the fun thing about this texture pack not being finished. I got room for 3 more fish. I'll go catch them, and then I'll head up to Nooks, and I will sell them all. Oh, I hear a mole cricket. Sea bass, yay! Doom 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 doom, doom 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 doom, doom 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 doom. I couldn't make Gladys cry, he's too tough. He's a tough old owl. Alright, let's head up top. I don't want to slap that fish. He'd be even more upset if you slapped him with a bug. Let's even catch one more fish along the way. The real Animal Crossing was the fish we caught along the way. Pull this weed here. Something other than a pond smell, please. There we go. That's a decently sized one. It's probably like a black bass or something. Get a fish kill on Blathers. Oh, you're new. Well, I can't sell you. I can't. Heck. Alright. Alright, well, I'm already here. Might as well sell everything except for the pale chub. Never gonna let you down. Other things? Tuna prices? Maybe you don't. I can. Alright. Everything but the pale chub. Sea bass. I lost my money back for the turnips. Alright, let's remove these. Let's remove... Oh! Yeah. Alright, let's move these clothes from the letters. And my shovel as well. Everything else, yeah. Show me what you've got. Earthly note, knit. And the 9-ball shirt. I'm gonna buy these flowers. Yep. Gimme. And for this. Yep. And this. Yep. Alright, cool. Now we can start beautifying the area. Alright, cool. We'll just plant this here. As for the flowers, we'll stand in the flower patch. I don't know if you can make like hybrid flowers in this game. I think that might just be a New Leaf thing. Alright, well now we can go make our way over to Velma's and deliver her thing, if she's up. I don't want that little fish. This fish might be worth something. Hey little fish, are you worth something? Alright, bye. Oh, it's another pale chub. Rad. Let's catch a fish. Come on, little guppy. Come here, little gup. It's been a long time since I've watched Finding Nemo. Some thought I had. I missed that movie. Give it a watch sometime. Me and the girlfriend watched Hook with Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman last night. Really good movie. Really good sequel to Peter Pan. But now I'm kind of on a pirate kick. Like we were watching Internet Historian's fantastic Steed Bonnet video yesterday, and she was getting a kick out of that. That one's really fun. Yeah. I don't know. I might rewatch Pirates of the Caribbean sometime. I kind of feel like that'd be a fun movie night, just rewatching Curse of the Black Pearl. Shame those movies... Well, it's a shame I didn't like those later ones as much as the first one. Yeah, Velma, I have a delivery for you, bud. Comic book. Oh, hey, a thing. What is it? Let's check and see what it's for. What it is. It is a winter sweater. Velma looks different. Velma's low resolution, but she's kind of always been. You know, this is cozy. Wear this. This ain't bad. Hey, Bob, got any more work for me? Want a job? Heck, it's okay. Emerald, Velma. I think Emerald's way downtown. Let's see if Velma... I don't really like Velma that much. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk to Emerald, Velma and see if she's got any work for me. If not, I think now wouldn't be a bad time to wrap it up. I think I've been going for a good amount of time, and this kind of works the whole lazy Sunday thing. I'm lazy and I don't want to keep recording. Want a job? Heck. Alright. I think it's about time to turn it in. I guess I could catch a few more fish. I'll take one more round at the river, and I will see about catching more fish. And if I can't, that's fine. Oh yeah, I need to drop the pale chub off at a museum. I'm so scatterbrained. That's a word you could use to describe me, as scatterbrained. I'm just like, I can't hold a thought for a long time. It always gets bumped away by another more interesting thought. Also, like, I think the fish villain of this game is Pale Chub. Like, people like to harp on the sea bass, but like the low amount of like the low fish variety in the river is really disappointing. It's all Did I say Pale Chub? I meant Pond Smelt. It's like, it's just the Pond Smelt channel all the time. Maybe that's why I neglected the river so much in Animal Crossing Wild World when I played it. I'm an idiot. My bad. When you see a little fishy, go for it. Oh, new fish! A bitterling! Awesome! I got 2 new fish delivered to Blathers now. Yay, it's a good fishing day. It's a good Sunday for fishing. You're probably a sea bass, aren't you? Heck. Hungry fishy. Took my bait and took off. Howdy there, sea bass. This whole process is way faster. Like, I was just thinking about, like, how, like, if I ever get to the later games in the series, and I am confident that I think I can, you know, finish all of Animal Crossing 1 and do everything I intend on doing. But, like, getting to the later games in the series is going to be interesting, because this whole process of, like, filling the museum with fish and fossils and such is going to be much, much simpler. Because you just fill your inventory with fish, go to Blathers, remove any and all things you can give him in one go, and then you go fishing again and do the same, and you do it over and over again until there's no fish in your inventory that Blathers doesn't already know, and then you head to Tom Nook's and sell them all. And you just repeat that process over and over again with fish, fossils, and bugs. Especially in the summertime, you just fill that museum up right away. Like, especially the fossils. There you go. How am I doing? Got 2 more slots. I like my winter shirt. It's very cozy. Oh man, I'm gonna grab myself another cup of coffee after this. I'm so tired. Yeah, today on stream what we're doing is we're not doing any game in particular. We're gonna be streaming a bunch of demos. For games that I'm personally looking into and interested in. And I'm gonna try them before I buy them, of course, because, well, a lot of times on Steam I just look at the graphics of a game and I just go, oh, sure, yeah, that looks fun. But I think there's a lot of games on Steam that look good that I maybe wouldn't enjoy all that much when I got them, and I wanted to try and be a more, for lack of a better word, educated consumer, and try and understand the games more before I buy them. And also, it's just have fun. It's just fun to have little chunks of games to play whenever. Like, a few of the demos I'm, like, keeping installed on my computer just for the sake of playing them over and over again, like, Dead Estate. Like, Dead Estate, I don't think I'm skilled enough to get to even beat the demo. Once I beat the demo, maybe I will buy it, but for now it's just a matter of playing the demo over and over again until I beat it. And once I beat it, I'll go ahead and get the full game eventually. Ooh, that's a red snapper. That is a pretty fish. Alright, cool. Now that my inventory's full, let's go and stop by the museum. Museum? Goodness. Once springtime hits, man, so many bugs. We're gonna catch all the bugs. All the buggy boys. All the buggy boys. Donate an item. One pale chub. Huh, interesting. Yay, another one. I wonder if there's any, like, crayfish or frogs in the ponds during the summer. Pale chub and the bitterling. He has nothing special to say about the bitterling, I see. I think the museum is super cool. Something my big sister did is, her basement that she got for her house in the game, because you can get multiple floors. That's where she kept all of her fish. She made her own home aquarium. It was super cool. I remember the date. Like, I think I brought it up before, but she caught a coelacanth, and I thought that was rad. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. I'll catch this fish, and then we'll head back up to Nook's. Unless it's a fish I haven't caught before, then we'll go right over to Blathers and deliver it to him. It's really good that the museum is this close. That way I can just quickly give them any fish that any rare fish that I caught in the ocean. It's weird that, like, catching huge fish in Animal Crossing New Leaf is just so normal to me. Pollute the water with big soda. No, then the fish will get weird. But yeah, that's one of the cooler things about New Leaf is just the crazy, like, how easy it is to catch, like, lots of huge fish and bugs. And it's I've just found that so strange that it was so easy in that one. Because I remember when I saw that little shark fin poking out in Wild World, my heart skipped a beat the first time. I was so excited. And, like, I never caught one in Wild World because I was always so, like, panicky, you know? It's like, oh my god, a fish, a shark. And I'd cast the pole in, and I'd wait, and I'd wait, and I'd wait, and I'd wait, and it felt like an eternity. It was so exciting to catch a shark. And then I never caught it in Wild World, but I caught it in City Folk, and then in New Leaf it was like, yep, there's another shark for the pile. There's another marlin. I wasn't hating on the big soda, I was just saying to make the fish weird, that's all. Make the frogs gay. Anyway. Yeah, like, I just get, like, there goes a marlin, there's another coelacanth, yawn. It was, like, crazy how many big fish and bugs you can catch. An oak silk moth, like, it scared me the first time I saw it in the game. I didn't know what I was looking at. In, New Leaf. Or in Wild World. Not bad. Not bad. I can put an easy 10,000 bells into the paying off the mortgage. Yeah, the loan. It's gonna get a lot easier as time goes on when I'm like taking every fossil that I own and selling it to the bank, and also especially in summertime where I can catch bugs too. Oh man, nope. Let's head to the post office, pay our loan, send our letters, and then wrap it up for the day. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. It was very lazy stream, very sloppy. I did swear even once, so like, I mean I did even swear once, so like, yeah, real lazy. Really got my guard down. I need to get more coffee in me. That's the decision I've made based off this stream. Yeah. Sister19 LOL online. Well, tell them I'm happy to see that they're online. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Thanks, you're back online, yeah. Hey, if you yawned when I just yawned, I'm sure to like this video. That's the deal. If you sneezed when I yawned, report me. I'm kidding, don't do that, please. Report me for incitement to sneeze. Alright, loan time. I did it! Yay! No, that'll be all. Alright guys, we're gonna be wrapping it up. Sorry I'm feeling so under the weather today. I hope tomorrow's stream has a bit more excitement in it. Excitement in it. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. Leave your letters down in the comments below. Tell me about, well, tell me about your favorite Lazy Sunday. If you enjoyed this stream, yeah, be sure to subscribe, be sure to like the video, and dislike if you can. You got a problem with it, I guess. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.